Okay, so just a very, very short update about what's currently going on in the market. So as you can see, this is my experimental account. I started with $5,000, and by investing and reinvesting some money, this is where I am right now. So on a $5,000 cash influx into TD Ameritrade, right now I'm currently at $14,481. I'm thinking that if things continue with marijuana creeping up, I think I might be able to make $15,000. People who followed this experimental account on my channel know that I was really excited just to get past 12,000. But you know what? We blew through $1,000 worth of gains thanks to the marijuana stocks increase, and that is mostly because Kamala Harris is soon going to be working on decriminalizing and legalizing marijuana. New Jersey, New York, uh, a lot of the other states, I believe Oregon is trying to legalize all drugs apparently. But ultimately, marijuana legalization is the new big thing. Progressive left voting Democrats are ultimately forcing it to go by. As you're sitting there watching this video, I'm sitting on my ass watching my computer screen. Originally, I was at $200, so while you're watching this, I gained another 20. As you can see, the day's gains have gone up from 200 to 220. So right now, I'm at 14,501. So as far as we can see during the day gains, and keep in mind, this is just an experimental account. I have other accounts, but this one I specifically started so I could talk about it on YouTube to talk about investment strategies and why I do what I do and how I do what I do and what I'm thinking when I do what I do. So Blows Off is the highest gain thus far. It's at $1.33. I originally bought Blows Off 15 cents and I bought more of it at 25 cents for this portfolio. I've been talking about Blows Off for like the last maybe 4 or 5 years. They are cannabis technologies. They're creating marijuana breathalyzers. That's because I know the government is never going to simply allow you to smoke weed. They're going to use breathalyzers just like they do with alcohol. They're going to tax it. They're going to enforce it. For people who think marijuana is going to be totally free, you're absolutely wrong. The government is not going to let you be free with it. They're going to treat it just like alcohol. So I invested in this company because I knew that they were making these breathalyzers for THC. And as you can see, it's paying off. This is just 1,000 shares. And right now, it's going up to $1.33. The highest it's been within the last 4 years was $2 and I believe 70 cents. I remember doing a large sell-off in order to recoup my gains. And now we're at $1.32. I think it might rise higher than $2 this time, and I'm just going to hold it and ride it. Kandi is the Chinese electric vehicle company as well as NIO. As you can see, Kandi and NIO are both up. Now that we got that moron Trump out of office, and now we're focusing on some global international electric vehicle trade. The Trump trade war is over. So as you can see, KNDI, today's gains is $122. Since I bought these 200 shares, my gain on that is $384. Thank goodness. Okay, SM and SLCA are both oil companies, which leads me into a segue. Some people are already talking smack about Joe Biden. He's gonna cancel the pipelines. Gas is going up. Hey, guess what, guys? Gas has been going up all year long. The only reason why gas prices were down is because the airlines and the cruise lines weren't moving, which is the reason why I told you to get the airlines and the cruise line stocks when you could while they were low, and now they're slowly trickling up. We don't know when coronavirus quarantines are going to end. We don't know when tourism is going to be allowed. But the thing about it is, if you have money and you want to take a long-term stake in airlines or cruise lines, now's the time to do it, even though they've gone up from when I told you to buy into them. I made videos specifically. I said, listen, now's the time to buy airlines. Now's the time to buy oil. I understand that a lot of people don't have a lot of money to invest, so you invested what you could. I put a lot of money into the market, and for the most part, I'm very happy because I've seen nothing but gains. Thank you, coronavirus quarantines. I've seen nothing but gains. I'm like Jeff Bezos over here. It's just that, he has many more billions of dollars. So anyway, GRNH, marijuana stock. ERBB, marijuana stock. VDRM. I bought these right here just based on looking at what the companies were, and basically I set on losses for like 4 years, and all of a sudden the gains are so high until there's not only no loss, but I have a net positive that numbers in the thousands. If I lost $700 on marijuana stocks sitting on the loss for 4 years, I've calculated how much I've gained in marijuana stock value since Kamala Harris won election in November. And when I calculate those gains on what I spent, because as you can see, I bought in very cheap. Like this is less than a penny. This was 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 2 cents. But if I calculate my gains, I've made more than $3,000, and it keeps going up. So, what's this say? It says 14,378. So I think while I was sitting here, I think I lost $100. But you know what? I don't even care at this point. As long as this number stays over $14,000, I'm happy. So it's like whatever. But anyway, and I don't know what it was that just fell. So I guess I'd have to look at the day loss. I guess it was STLA. Fucking Chrysler. God damn it. You're no stupid European pieces of shit nobody wants. You need to put Hellcats in the Pacificas and make cars people want. And Ford too. What the fuck? Well, Ford is higher than it was a while ago. Ford's at $11. But Ford keeps making these stupid small cars, and their SUVs are big and slow. And they need to do something about that. When my money starts dropping, it's time for somebody to get fired. So anyway, where are we? Okay, NIO, Chinese electric vehicle company, we're up and coming. I'm up $214 off of my purchase, but I only had 12 shares in that event. I could sell it right now. I wouldn't even really care. But I'm not going to sell it yet because I'm just going to wait for it to hit the high. Right now it's at $62. It was at $66. I think we can go past $70. So I'm just going to hold it. I'm not hurting for this money. I don't really care. Okay, NP, RIGH, these three right here are obviously marijuana stocks. I bought a lot at 20,000, 10,000, 10,000. I bought all of these for less than a penny. I think at most they cost maybe $50 tops. So these were easy investments, and slowly but surely they're starting to trickle up. So that feels good. So that's all I really wanted to say because, there's not really a whole lot to talk about right now. But what I have to say is, again, if you're looking to invest your money, and you're looking to invest your money in stocks that are going to pay you dividends, what you need to be doing is looking for the dividend earners. And I made a nice big list right here. Leading the pack is Sunoco with a dividend yield of 10.66. Exxon 7, Chevron 5, BP 5. You'll notice that these are oil companies. Guess what, everybody? Oil prices are going up. So when oil prices go up, you have a choice whether or not you want to be in to profit on everybody else driving their pathetic 4-cylinders and their pathetic V6s around. Especially these people with these supercharged V8 Hemi engines, and they're burning gas so fast that they have to keep on going back and forth to the gas station. Do you want to profit off of it? I know you do. So what you need to do is get these oil stocks. Even if you don't care about oil, even if you're a tree-hugging liberal, keep in mind, they pay a dividend. It's better than putting your money in the bank. Also keep in mind that bank stocks pay dividends too. These people are always profitable. You know why? Because they're ripping everybody off. In fact, now that I think about it, Royal Dutch Shell A, I'm going to also add RDS.B here because that one pays you a dividend too. And I was reading in the news before I had taken a stake about Royal Dutch Shell.B that they were standing to profit significantly this year. But as you can see, the 52-week low was $20, a little under 20. And right now they're at 35. They're going places, everybody. They're going places. At least they're going back to 58. But guess what? They're not getting there until these airlines and cruise lines are moving again. And I'll tell you what, Joe Biden, what he really should do is get rid of these sanctions on these Venezuelan oil companies so this way they could participate in the oil market instead of wasting our money buying it from the Saudis. We should be buying it from our nearby neighbors instead of trying to install puppet governments like Juan Guaido and getting rid of their democratically elected leader, Maduro. Maybe what we should do is we should stop fucking with these countries and let them sell their oil the way they want to sell their oil, so that this way all of us can have cheaper gas prices instead of America manipulating gas prices and costing us more money by manipulating gas prices. If you do remember and look back in the news, you might remember that at the beginning of the year, around the time when quarantine and coronavirus had started kicking our ass, you might remember that there was an oil war between Russia and I believe Saudi Arabia and Iran. Oil war, Russia, Saudi, Iran. And that was earlier in the year. I don't know if you'll remember any of that, but that caused gas prices to go negative. But since none of you fuckers read anything except stupid shit and pay attention to MSNBC and CNN and fake news like Fox, so that you don't learn anything internationally, you don't travel, you don't go anywhere, and you think you know every goddamn thing, since y'all pick these leaders who don't know shit except how to screw with other countries and keep my gas prices up, you deserve what you get. So guess what? When gas prices go up to $5 or whatever it is, I'll end up driving a Tesla and you'll be stuck wondering why is it that gas prices are so high. Guess what? Free market economics is the only true way forward. And if you keep voting for these fake Republicans and these stupid Democrats who don't know shit, because they're both two wings on the same bird. If you keep voting for these losers and you keep watching MSNBC and CNN and Fox News and you keep getting this media that's bullshit, you'll never know anything. And then when stuff like this happens, only people like me will know it. But that's okay. Nobody has to listen. I'm just going to keep sitting back, counting my money. You can say whatever you want about me. You can troll me, whatever. I don't give a fuck, because I'll be the one cashing out every 21st of the month. I'll be the one cashing out, and nobody else will know shit. As much as I say it, nobody's listening. So I'll tell you what. Tell your congressman to leave Venezuela alone. Tell your congressman to let Venezuela produce their oil so that it can put more oil in the market. Stop buying your oil from the Saudis. Stop buying it from Canada and Russia. Well, I mean, you got to buy it from Canada because basically our oil money to Canada is basically like welfare. So bottom line is, instead of manipulating the oil market, why don't you let more countries come in so that this way oil prices go down? Well, that's just my idea. What do you think?